What's up everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone is having a great day. I know we've had a lot of fun with the STI. Everything has gone 100%. Everything has gone smooth, just like we planned it. Psych! We all know that when working on cars, nothing ever goes as smooth as it should go and nothing ever goes as planned. Although it's a pain and it's difficult, the amount of stuff that we have learned doing this clutch job is absolutely insane. When we first started this YouTube channel, we didn't even know how to throw on an intake, we didn't know how to change our own oil, and the fact now that we're dropping transmissions doing a clutch is absolutely insane to me. I just want to give a huge thank you to all of you guys, to the people who have given us moral support, who have given us advice, who have taught us all these things. We couldn't have done it without you guys. We couldn't be in the spot where we are without you guys. So we just want to give you guys a huge thank you. Anyways guys, I want to go ahead and show you everything that we have done. Most of the disassembling process wasn't recorded only because doing this job for the first time is already very difficult and frustrating as it is. So adding a camera to that would just make everything a lot more difficult. So we decided not to film most of the disassembling process. But yes, everything is disassembled. There is nothing left to remove. From today forward, everything is just reassembling everything back into the car. The new clutch goes in today. Hopefully we can get the transmission back in today as well. Once the transmission is in, from that point, everything is pretty easy. We know where everything goes at this point. We are waiting on a couple of parts still, so the car won't be completely running today, but I am very excited to get most of it assembled today. That way we can have the car back and running finally by this weekend. Over here we have the old clutch, and as you guys can see, this thing is pretty beat up. The plates on here are pretty chewed out. Every single one of them are. And as far as the pressure plate, I'm not sure what this is, but I'm pretty sure there isn't supposed to be that much play in it. Flywheel doesn't look too bad, but I am so glad to finally have that clutch out. By far the most difficult thing so far on this clutch job was getting the transmission to come off of the two bottom studs and to actually drop it under the car. And the second thing was the damn rear main seal behind the flywheel. So the rear main seal goes on the outer part of the crankshaft there. We were literally out here for like 2 hours trying to get the old seal out until we finally got the right method and pulled it out. Once we pulled off the old one, we put the new one back on, and we went too deep onto the outer part of the crankshaft and it wasn't sitting flush with the block. So we had to pull that one back out. And when you're pulling these seals out, most of the time getting them out bends them and kind of tears them. So unfortunately we have to go buy a new one today. That's where I'm on my way to. But now we just got to make sure that that seal goes on correctly this time so we can get the clutch installed and then the transmission back mounted onto the motor. Got that new seal inside the car now. Got Diego out here and Nestor. They helped me get the seal in. We got it all flush with the block. So next up is getting that new clutch installed. Yeah. Lower that puppy in. Be careful. I know it's heavy. You can't find that piece, Ongo? Mm-hmm. Here, hold it.
Yeah, hold it. Ready on the 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure how well you can see it, but
That's 1.
there's
2
one.
clicks.
We're torquing the flywheel down now, and these are going 54.
Mm-hmm.
So 54 foot-pounds of torque.
Here's 2.
So the flywheel is now in. Now it's time to put the new clutch inside, and then the pressure plate, and torque everything down. I'm excited. It's finally going in. I wanted to explain something real quick. So this is your throwout bearing. This goes on the splines of the transmission, and then this is your clutch fork. So this sits on top of here, and then you actually have this release pin that goes in here. So it goes like this and it like holds it. So what I did when I was trying to pull this out was I broke a bolt inside of there, so I can no longer use this. And the new one's not here yet, so what we're gonna have to do is we're actually gonna have to get the new throwout bearing and slide this onto the pressure plate and lock it into place. And then once we get the transmission close enough to the engine, we're gonna have to mess with this and have it lock inside of there. So it's a little difficult, but I think we can get it done for sure. It's official, guys. We officially know how to do a clutch. After a couple hours of working at it, we got the new clutch installed. So there it is. That's the new pressure plate. Everything lined up perfectly. We used thread lock on the bolts inside of there and torqued them to spec. It's a Torque Master right there. Torque Master.
So we lined everything up, right? And then these little pins right here, they just didn't go through. So we didn't know what to do. So we had to put a little bit of pressure on these bolts, right?
Yep.
And then
so we just tightened those down, and then slowly but surely those pins went right through and there's no gaps. So we are good.
That's good.
Like I said, since I don't have that new pin for the fork, throwout bearing goes on right now. You just push that in there, bam, and you should hear a click. So that's on. So it's actually the next day now since that last clip that you guys saw. Right after that clip, we started lifting the transmission in and trying to get it in there. It took us about 3 hours, so we didn't finish until about 10 p.m. last night. It was pretty difficult. I think that's the most tedious thing about this entire thing, was getting that transmission back in. But it is all the way in now. Everything is bolted down, nice and sealed. So I'm very happy about that. I honestly cannot believe that we actually pulled this off. And I'm not gonna jinx it just yet because I wanna make sure everything runs correctly first, but it's such a good feeling to finally put that transmission back in. As for today, I'm gonna try and get everything back in today. Hopefully have it running by either tonight or tomorrow, depending on how fast I can get everything done. I definitely don't wanna rush it though. If you guys ever have any questions, if you're ever doing this job, make sure to DM us on Instagram, because we are more than willing to help you guys out, because I know the people who helped us out definitely made a huge difference when doing this. But yeah guys, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna start assembling everything on top of the motor, and then I have to pull the drivetrain back in and also put the exhaust in. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for the STI to be running again. Leave a comment down below. Let us know if you have